Okay, ready, go. Ready, go. The size of backswing is really good here. The backswing posture is really good here. And then generally your upper body dominant. And then particularly if you look at the lead leg near the impact. So swinging hard, but you're not quite standing on the lead side. But just let it go with the upper body motion. I think you could use the lead leg a bit better than this. So but you don't want to increase your distance. Yes? You're already hitting 300 yards and then you want to increase more?
20.
Okay.
5.
Yeah. Yes. Your impact is solid, and but you can activate the lead leg a bit more.
Okay.
Any issues with the left knee?
Okay. Do I have issues?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's starting to have some pain sometimes.
Oh.
Very light pain. 1 out of 10.
Have you had any issue with your knee when
no.
you were younger?
No.
So could it be a natural phenomenon? So let's try to have a more rhythmic motion. Currently, from the backswing to downswing, you need a better rhythm.
Okay.
Okay, that's one thing. And also probably engage the lead leg a bit more. So let's start with the horizontal swing here. So keep your body upright and you are swinging horizontally. And keep your hands slide over your bedline here, about here. From here, throw the club this way, so using the trigger motion, and then bring it back here, and then swing. See how it goes. So start from here, middle, and then, bring it up, and then throw, and then bring it back. And in doing that, at the top, keep a bit more time. Okay, instead of go up and quickly coming down, have more time here, and then let it go. So that time at the top will allow you to use your lead leg better. Again. Well, you don't have to swing that hard currently. Just try to feel the flow, okay? Yeah. So there, as you swing, your lower body is reasonably quiet. So now what we'll do is, after the trigger motion, as you go toward the end of the backswing, squat a little bit toward the end, not from the beginning, but rather as you swing here, you'll have to push the ground well with the lead leg, the trail leg. Push, but toward the end, squat here. And then when you start the downswing, try to push the ground with the leg and then swing.
Push it with the left leg?
So awaken your leg. Yeah, like that, yeah. And then in the downswing, instead of swinging and stopping here, just let it go all the way. Yeah. So when you start the downswing, you're using your arms quite a bit, but kick the ground and then using this leg action, try to throw the arms. So toward the end of the backswing, squat, and then bend, particularly bend the left knee, and then when you start, kicking the ground and then throw the club. And then also, when you squat, instead of coming down like this, just try to go down here. So instead of bending over, okay? Again. And then so use a bigger or more rigorous trigger motion, and then have a faster backswing. So everything is all connected. So you're putting a lot of effort in the downswing right now, but there you go. So everything is connected. So again. And also, tend to open the chest early. So when you start the downswing, when you kick, still your shoulder is well closed. Okay? And then swing. So imagine Happy Gilmore. Swing. Okay, when you start the downswing, try to keep the shoulders well closed. Yeah, that's better. That's better. That's better. Yeah, now the backswing, the body turn in the backswing looks a lot better. Yes. So instead of just using the arms and opening the chest early, you have good wind up, start from here and let it go. That way it's easier to use the lead leg when you keep your body closed when you start the downswing. Okay, now let's go to, the idea here is by introducing this squat motion toward the end of the backswing and then start the downswing with the leg kick, then you engage the legs more. Then let's go to stage 1 of 2-step swing drills. So keep the feet together. Step, step, and then let it go. So it's bring it down. Now it's a normal angle here. And then instead of, again, putting a lot of effort in the downswing, try to have active backswing, as we did with Campbell yesterday. Yes. So have a good wind up and have a bit more time here. But currently, the transition is too quick. So your chest opens quite a bit. Yes. And still, when you have a downswing, start with your back toward the target, and no need to open it quickly. Put your sight toward the target, but start with your back toward the target, and then swing. Yeah. So keep your body more closed. Yeah. Again, active backswing. So the backswing should give you a good wind up with the more time at the top. And then when you let it go, then you'll be able to use these muscles better. Okay? And then also kick, the left leg kick. So again, so in the backswing, try to have a bigger arc here. So let it go around here so that you can really have a wind-up effect instead of quickly going up here. Yeah, so make a bigger motion. The whole idea here is we want to use the muscle more in the stretchy shortening cycle type. So what happens is when you have an active big motion here, then you have to slow this down. Then you will engage muscles to slow this down. The same muscle group is used on the way down. So what happens is that during the deceleration phase, the muscles get longer. It's called the eccentric contraction. And then after that, once you start the downswing, then muscle gets shorter. So the muscle goes through an initial eccentric contraction followed by concentric contraction, or stretching and then shortening. It's called the stretch-shortening cycle. That is known as the ideal way of using the muscles. So the reason why we need to connect the swing is that when you have a continuous motion here, then the same muscle is again used in the deceleration phase and the downswing acceleration phase. So we want to engage the muscles that way. So instead of just quickly going up here and then try to swing hard here, then it's mostly concentric contraction, shortening. But when you have a good wind up, this is connected to the downswing, then you have stretch shortening cycle. Eccentric contraction followed by concentric contraction. So using the backswing motion, you create this good wind up, and on the way down, use these muscles, try to turn your upper complex, and then add arm motion after that. Again. And also the first step is a bit too early. So what happens is, as you go here, already take this step, but instead, and toward the end here, and then take a step here. So you push the ground to good first, and then step. This step is coming from good push, followed by this step, instead of quickly going like this. Okay. So again. So the goal is, again, you're putting too much effort in the downswing, but in the backswing, I don't see
enough effort.
So the relationship between backswing to downswing is the same to the relationship between the trigger to backswing. So by using this trigger motion, if you have a body-driven trigger, at the end you have to slow this down, so the muscle is engaged, and then if you continuously start the backswing, then you are using the same muscle in the stretch-shortening cycle fashion. But that's why it's important to connect everything. In this motion, so the trigger motion will promote active backswing, and then this active backswing will promote this downswing. Everything is connected.
No?
No. So try to turn the body more. The timing, the step timing was late, and also you did not take the second step. Again, this is fairly, it's arm driven. So use the body. Turn the body, and then let it go. So you should feel the tension here developing. As you turn, the tension builds here, and then turn here, the tension builds, and then let it go. So instead of using the arms a lot, try to use these muscles. So as if you are turning the whole upper body using these muscles. Turning the whole thing using these muscles instead of using these here. Okay? Again. And then, as if you make a sound, then it'll be like this. And then finish. Instead of whoop. Then you're snapping here. That's why you tend to use arms. But if you have the image of then you have a bigger motion, and then you will have a smoother acceleration, deceleration, instead of just snapping it. So because this turn is not enough for you, so that's why you have to pull and then snap here using the arms. If this turn is enough, if you have enough wind up here, naturally you will be able to use the body first. Okay, so try to put more effort in the backswing. Try to give a good wind up. This time this step was too wide, so that's why your foot went out. So after taking both the steps, you are going to your regular stance. So stay here, and then take this step so that you go to your regular stance. So if the initial step is too wide, then it's hard to take the second step. So the away step should be reasonably wide. Still you're snapping. So the goal is to have good continuous body turn. Oh, here, you need the dance here. Campbell was a good dancer, but I think it's after mom, not daddy.
Correct.
Okay, so here, let's do this. So when you go to the backswing, shift first. Just shift only, no turn of the body. Just shift only. And then when you have shifted, then the right knee is naturally bent, right? Now, then you are in good position to push the ground with the leg by extending the knee. Extend the knee, with that you are turning here. And then, so relax here. I will give you what it's like. Go to shift and then turn and let it go. So as you start the downswing, still you are turning this way as you start shifting this way. So you have this shift away and the recentering. And then while you do a recentering, still your shoulder turning backward. So like this. So shift away, and as you recenter, you keep turning this way here. And then finally let it go. It's too much lean. So the idea is you shift away, just the recenter, and here, let it go. Okay? So the way you're moving the shoulder is not just to go all the way here, and then just to try to turn here, but rather go up, and as you start shifting, and then let it go. So it's like, so here we're using the trigger motion, swing. So by using the trigger, turn this way, and yes. So you are overlapping. You are overlapping this turn and then shift toward. So, so also you are overlapping this turn, end of this turn with this shift here. So this will give you the step. So the right step is coming from this push. If you have a good push with the left leg, push, and then you have this step at the end of that. No, you are intentionally taking the step. The step is not reaching out like this, but rather push, and then automatically you're going there. Yes.
Follow.
Yeah, and then this side the same thing. If you use, if you push the ground with the right leg, after push, you have this recentering motion. So here, push and then step, and push and step. And as you step this way, this is recentering. You don't have to shift a lot. It's just a shift away and the recenter. During the recentering, your shoulders are still turning in the backswing direction. So from here, turn and then shift already, step here, turn and then shift, overlapped at the end. So while you are recentering, your shoulders are still turning in the backward direction. Swing and then let it go here. So this is how you connect the motion. Instead of just to go up here and then try to snap here, let it go. As you shift the body, still you are turning that way. And then this shifting has to come from good push here and a good push here. So if you have a good left leg push, then automatically you have this one here, right? And then when you have a good right push, then you will have this one here. So you're not intentionally leaning like this, but rather push and then lean, push and then lean, push and then lean, push and lean. So the accent is the push action, the extension here. So with this push, and then at the end you have this natural shift, push and then natural shift here, push and natural shift, instead of intentionally try to weave your body, okay? Good push, and push, 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 yep. Up, left up, right hip up, left hip up, right hip up. So let's do the dance here. So first they're keeping the arms here. Left, right, left, right, left, right, push, knee extension, knee extension, knee extension, push, push, push. Accent is at push, 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 push. 1, 2, 3, wind up, let it go. So that's what he was doing yesterday. So you need to do the same thing. Generally, when we become an adult, then the muscles are now a lot stronger. So instead of using the natural rhythm, we tend to rely on the muscles, right? So that's the difference between Campbell and your motion. But we can still use the same flow here. Swing. Swing. They kick the ground and then swing instead of go up here. So again, the dance with the arms down. Dance. Yeah, arms down. Swing, push, kick. Yes, kick, 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 kick. Yes, this is good. So this is what happens. When you have active leg, then automatically you would develop this rhythmic motion. Then you have the so-called shun rhythm. Shift first and then turn. It's called the shun. And then also the end of the turn and the next shift are overlapped. So you essentially have overlapped shun cycles. So here, shun, but already you start the shift here. Shift the turn, but you already start the shift the turn here. Shift the turn, shift the turn, shift the turn, shift the turn, continuously. That's the whole idea. Now that dance was really good. So let me record this. Yeah. So again, the accent is at push. Okay, ready, go, arms down. Swing, swing, swing. 1, 2, 3, wind up, swing. Yeah. So now keep the arms more straighter. So make a big wind up here. Big arc, make a big arc again. And then, so the turn motion, the upper body, the shoulder turn is coming from the leg push. So initial shift here, and then when you push the ground, the pelvis will turn with that, and then they will also turn the shoulder. And they're adding more shoulder motion, more arm motion later. So push and then throw the arms, push and throw the arms, push and throw the arms, push and throw the arms. You make a bigger arc both ways. Okay. So, ready, go. Swing, 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 swing. So, yep. Kick, kick, left action, right leg, left leg, right leg, left leg, right leg. Yep. Yeah, but still you have the tendency of opening the body early in this direction compared to this one here. So when you go here, when you start, you're quickly opening the chest, the butt. Go up here and then keep it closed. With that, you have good shift here. And then finally, in one action, open. Close and then open in one action. Open, open. Then the open motion is mainly coming from the body turn instead of turn and then try to pull the arms down. So try to take advantage of a good wind up in the trunk. Okay. Again. So lean the body forward a bit more here. So arms down here. Swing, swing. Yeah. Try to use the torsional motion in the trunk. Swing, swing, swing. 1, 2, 3. Wind up. Let it go. Yeah. Now you're using your lower body a lot more actively. And then you will feel tension here in the hip joint because you start using the leg more actively. Okay, so let me record. The one you did was really good. Let me record from this direction. Okay, lean forward a bit more. They're ready, go. Swing, 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 swing. 1, 2, 3. Wind up, let it go. Yeah. Now your whole body is a lot more active here. Yeah. And particularly when you feel the vertical rhythm, slide up and down motion,
Yeah.
that gives overall better flow.
Yeah.
So sometimes it isn't necessary to exaggerate kind of vertical motion here. Like that. Then it just basically controls the overall rhythm. So you cannot rush, you cannot go slow, because the whole rhythm is coming from the up and down leg action here. So, but if you use your arms predominantly, what happens is, depending on the timing of the arm pull, if you're under pressure, you pull quickly, pull the ball, right?
Yep.
But when you have good rhythm coming from the legs, then you cannot do that. Because still the leg is pushing good here, and then you try to pull, that doesn't work. Basically, your neural system does not allow to do that, right? So having good feel of up and down motion using the legs, this is the overarching rhythm. And then add more magnitude, more wind up. That's what you can do, right? So feel that rhythm, and then go to stage 1 again. So engage your lower body more. Try to make the whole thing more rhythmic. Again, feel up and down motion here. Up, up, up. Up, up, up. VJ, sing. So all these accents, up, and then VJ, and then sing, those are when you push the ground using the leg extension. Okay?
One cycle?
Yeah, one cycle at a time. Like that, yes.
Oh, it's completely different.
Yes. So you cannot really rush and pull. So it becomes more body driven now. So have a good trigger motion, and then turn the body good with this leg push. Also good wind up. Yes. So now you don't rush. Now you don't rush. Because the rhythm is coming from the leg action here. So the whole rhythm is basically dictated by your leg action. You cannot really open the chest early and try to pull it. So okay, now add more effort here. Maintaining the same rhythm, but try to have more wind up, active wind up, and then let it go. See how it goes. So good trigger. Yes. That rhythm looks a lot better. You don't rush, and you don't have excessive opening of the chest. That's the backbone. So that's why we need to dance. I should start something like Shun dance class, okay, and then also develop music for that. Yeah, so the dance helps because once your body understands the rhythmic nature of motion, then it's a lot easier.
Yeah, I couldn't have gotten there holding this.
Yeah. So again, so give me 3 stage ones, okay, and then with that rhythm, and then have a good trigger and a good wind up, and then let it go. Yes. So that's the main idea. Okay. And then eventually when you swing, you don't have to go that much up and down, but because your rhythm is in place, you can control how much you want to go up and down. Once you start hitting the bone, then you'll be able to adjust to that. But still, the main thing is that rhythm is coming from this vertical motion. Okay. The vertical motion is the main one. Once you have good vertical rhythm, then you can add good horizontal rhythm, which is the shun rhythm here. So shift and the turn, and shift and turn, and then turn, the end of turn, and the next shift are overlapped, right? So overlapped shun cycles here. That's the horizontal rhythm. But the backbone of this is the vertical rhythm with the leg actions. So 2 more. Good trigger and the good wind up and let it go. Yes, now naturally you're using your little leg a lot better. But in order to put accent in the downswing, you have to push the ground. So your left leg action is more active. You're standing on the left side. Okay, 1 more. Yeah. So now I'll record this. Okay, stage 1. Ready, stage 1, go. And then, because your right step is too long, so you're not taking the left step. This is actually the reverse stage 2. I will explain it later, but just do what you do. Like, this is okay. Okay, ready, set, stage 1, go. So now the motion is you see your body action.
Bounce, yeah.
So everything is based on that. So you cannot rush. Yeah. As opposed to
Oh, wow.
you can see that
Yeah,
with the rhythm and without rhythm,
yeah,
you can see the difference.
Yeah. yeah.
So when you don't have this overarching rhythm, then you can start the downswing at any time, depending on, your condition. If you are, so your adrenaline is kicking in, then try to go hard. Then you rush. You tend to rush. But when you have this overarching rhythm, then you always have consistent rhythm. Okay? And then with the rhythm, if you engage these muscles more, then eventually you will also see increase in the speed as you get used to the new rhythm. Now the next one is stage 2. So we'll eliminate the first step actually. So assume a bit narrow stance and give this room here. So if you assume first your regular stance, then bring the left foot in slightly. Yeah. So you have this much room for the step. Then throw the club, again, the trigger motion. As you bring this back, no step here. And then take this step and then let it go. Step toward. Yeah, like that. Now it's a lot more rhythmic. So this is a normal stage 2. What you did earlier was actually reverse stage 2, because what happened was you had this step here, and then almost no step here. So it's actually the reverse stage 2. And then now this is the regular stage 2, taking step this way. Again. So feel the rhythm. Yeah. Yeah, still you can swing hard, but now everything is basically dictated by the rhythm produced by the lower body. It's a lot more consistent. Okay. Good trigger. The trigger is a bit weak. So even the trigger, you have a So here, and the push the ground with the left leg. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. That's the idea. So when you have an active trigger, a good time here, and that will give you a faster backswing. When you have active backswing, automatically downswing becomes active.
Yeah.
Yeah, this changes the whole thing completely. Yeah, again. So this is what I meant by connecting everything into one motion, one continuous motion. Yeah. Yeah. So and then imagine you're holding something really heavy in your hand. Then moving it with the arms only is tough, right? Then you tend to move your body, swing. So as you keep working on this rhythm, try to engage the legs more and more. And then this turning motion is mainly driven by the lower body action. It's just to pull to turn the body with the legs and then throw the arms. So in the downswing, try to throw the hands and club toward the target and then let it go. So instead of snapping here, now if you let it go, the motion becomes a bit bigger.
Get big over there.
Yeah. Yeah, good trigger, and then bring it back actively, and then let it go. Yeah. And then as you do this more and more, the main effort is coming from the body. So you're using the arms less and less. So you don't have to tire your arms quickly. If you swing hard with the arms, then your arms will get tired quickly. But because you're using bigger muscles here, so you can play longer, okay, with the active swing. Okay, so this is really good. So that rhythm changed completely. So the dance changed your swing completely. So stage 2. Okay, ready, stage 2, go. This time, rushed a little bit at the top. So keep saying, Vijay sing. That Vijay is exaggerated. Vijay has an accent there. Vijay and then exaggeration at the end. That gives you enough time. So when you have faster motion, because of the momentum, you will have enough motion here, and then you can have more time. So Vijay sing. Okay. Vijay sing instead of Vijay sing. Not that. Right? So stage 2 again. So ready, stage 2, go. That timing is a lot better. So really, if you want to put a lot of effort in the downswing, then you just create good wind-up and mature the backswing. If you rush, then you tend to use the arms. Stage 2. Ready, stage 2, go. Yes. That flow is a lot better. And for us, it looks a lot more comfortable because you're not using the arms a lot. Okay? Now let's go to stage 3, before we go to stage 3. So take a look at the motion here. Yeah. Ever since you started using the vertical rhythm, then the swing looks a lot better. It flows a lot better. Stage 3, no step, obviously. Okay, no step. And then you assume your regular stance.
You do trigger?
Yeah, with the trigger. Still, we use the trigger motion. Again, good trigger, and then bring it back actively, then let it go. Again. And also, when you do the trigger, try to use the body turn and then bring this up, and then add later the wrist motion here, instead of quickly going this way. So, here, here. So the body motion is first. Yes. Yes, that's it. That's it. That's it. Yes. So now, let's try to do this. Make the trigger motion faster, backswing faster, and then go downswing. Active trigger. That's a bit too fast. Because when the trigger motion is that big, you use your arm to pull it down. But as you play with the swing, we have to wait until this is done and then push. That means we have to wait until this is completed and then bring it back. But if you go back too high, you tend to pull it down. So keep it about here. And then using the body, and then bring it back with the body. Now, let's make it a bit more rigorous. So particularly speed up the backswing. Yes, by using the trigger motion, have a good backswing. With that, good wind up, and then let it go. So basically, if you want to swing hard in the downswing, then just to create good wind up. Yeah, instead of try to swing hard with the arms. Yeah. Okay. So again, stage 3. Let's say a bit more time at the top. So remember that the overlapped turn and the shift. So as you turn toward the end of the backswing, you are shifting slightly here with the shoulder still turning that way, and then let it go. So at the last portion of the backswing, you have this extra shoulder turn, and then let it go. So instead of quickly coming down, so at the end of the backswing, still you're adding extra shoulder turn, and then let it go. Then you naturally have more time. So instead of just holding it there, your shoulder is keep turning a bit more. Yeah. That way you have a continuous motion, overlap the Shun cycles. Yes. Now that the backswing was really good. So give extra shoulder turn at the end. Yes. Yeah. Then you don't have to swing hard and use the arms because it'll automatically come back here. Yeah, all right, yeah. Now at this point, since you have swung hard, reminding me that I didn't record stage 3 yet. I tend to forget things as I get old. Now in my 60s, so I tend to forget things. Now, let's use a rope. Swing this back and forth continuously. Work with the rope, and then feel the up and down motion, the vertical rhythm. And the good wind up at the end. Good wind up. So here. When you go to backswing, good push, and then add extra shoulder turn. Push and extra shoulder turn while you are introducing this recentering motion. So from here, and then let it go. So keep extra shoulder turn, and then let the rope come all the way under your armpit to this level here. So the rope at the top, so it will go up here, across the shoulder, it will come here. And then you give extra shoulder turn here while you are recentering. Finally, let it go here. So wait until this happens. Okay? So give enough speed in the backswing so that the rope comes here. Yes. swing, and then make it continuous. So at the transition, the continuous does not mean rushing. So at the end, instead of just stop and then starting this, you have this overlapped shift and then turn. And then let it go. And then let it go. Instead of go up here. Okay. Swing, swing, swing. Swing, make it rhythmic, swing, swing, yes, make it more rhythmic, swing, 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 yes, now it looks more comfortable here. Swing, swing, good, yeah. So comparing the beginning and the second part, the second part looked a lot more comfortable. So this is how you started. Now this looks more comfortable here. So, but this rope swing can be actually a good way to develop that shunt rhythm. Okay? So the main goal here is to give enough speed to the rope so that it will go around your body. And then wait until this happens. And particularly at the end, add the extra shoulder turn here so that the rope can come in here. And then let it go. And then let it go. And then let it go. So there, and then exaggerated, right? BJ. That's when you have a mature backswing, mature transition. Okay, again, keep it as long as possible. Yeah, you are a tall guy, so yeah, keep it as long as possible. Swing, 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 swing. On the way down, delay the opening of the chest. Start the backswing with the back toward the target. Swing. Swing, in one motion, turn. Yes, yeah. So you keep it closed when you start the downswing. Keep the shoulder closed here, and from here, in one motion, let it go by pushing the ground. Push and then let it go instead of opening it a bit early. Okay.
Is that better?
So, yeah. So wind up and then keep it closed, and then by pushing the ground. Okay. Yeah, so
Was that better?
yeah, this is yours. So you don't fight with over one rope. So you'd better have one each. Okay, now let's go to stage 3 again. Stage 3. So implement all these. Have good wind up at the top. So good trigger. Yes. Now you're really turning your body. Ooh, that's what I mean by using the body. All right. Again, stage 3. So instead of using your arms, now you start using your body. It's rushed a little bit. So have good exaggeration. J, sing. Yes. Yeah. So the more you have time up there, it doesn't mean complete pose. But still, it's a continuous motion. It's a continuous motion here. And as you have more time, your lower body is actually preparing for the downswing.
Okay.
So your lower body is still working with the ground during this phase here, and then finally let it go. So if you have a bit more time, you can actually have a lot better active downswing instead of rushing down. So keep good time there. Okay, stage 3. Ready, stage 3, go. Yeah, the flow is now a lot better. No arm-driven motion here. because you're using your body. Okay, ready, stage 3, go. Oh, this time that time over there was really good.
Really good.
Yeah, you had enough time there. Yeah, the time
yeah.
up there was good.
That's completely different. Oh, wow.
So everything is flowing. Yeah. Now,
Oh, wow. Yeah.
you don't really see the rhythm here, right?
No.
Yeah. So you just go up and then try to
Yeah, it
pull
just
it
all
down.
looks
Yeah.
short.
And
contracted.
that's why your leg position is kind of awkward here.
Right. There's no eccentric base.
Yeah, because you're swinging and then lower body is just passive and following.
Yes.
So your leg is leg position is awkward.
Wow.
Yeah, now you're
Wow.
using this motion here. So this is the whole idea.
Okay.
Okay. Then the next step is connecting stage 3 and your regular swing.
Okay.
So use stage 3 as your pre-shot routine.
Okay.
And then you have to come up with a similar body motion in the regular swing, right? So the key is, during the backswing, you should be able to use the right leg and push the ground and then create this backswing here. This is key. So the reason why we have shift first and then turn is because as you shift, it's bent slightly. And with that push, then you have a good turn. So from here, shift and then turn by extending the knee. So using the same idea in the regular swing, you have to shift to the right with slightly bent knee, and then with that push the ground. This will give you good wind up here. So the goal is to have good wind up, enough time there, no rush. Still you have this vertical rhythm here. From here, and then swing, and then exaggerated backswing, then swing. So stage 3 and the regular. So this is your challenge. This is the homework. So you have to figure out a smooth way to transition from stage 3 to your regular swing. Yeah, a bit rushed, but you had a really active right leg. This is good. Now let's do this. Introduce the mini stage 3 in between. So full stage 3, the trigger motion is about this high. Mini stage 3 about this high here. But again, this is body-driven mini stage 3. Okay, not just the arm here, easy arm motion, but rather body turn and then go, and the regular swing. So full stage 3, mini stage 3, and the regular swing. Yes. Yeah, you're using the right leg actively. So yeah, this works. So in your case, keep using full stage 3, mini stage 3, and the regular swing. Then make sure you have a similar body motion. Still in the regular swing, you tend to rush a little bit here. But if you think that your goal is to make a big arc during the backswing, let it go, and then this big motion here, then you'll have more time there instead of quickly bringing it up. Okay. Now let's put the ball here. So after full stage 3, mini stage 3, and you're actually hitting the ball. Okay. He's tired. So full stage 3, mini stage 3, and the regular. Oh, good shot. Good shot, good shot. Again. It detects my motion here, and then it gives a ready sign.
Same thing?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So let me record this. Okay. So that's the idea. Full, mini, and regular. He's breathing hard. Okay, ready, full, mini, and regular, go. Oh, you're going to break something. Okay, one more from this direction. Okay, ready, full, mini, and regular, go. Oh, you almost hit me. Yeah, you're not rushing. The motion is a lot more flowing. Yeah, the leg actions are really good now. So it makes a huge difference whether the whole motion is driven by the legs. So whether the timing is governed by the legs versus the upper body. Okay? And also now, your motion is rhythmic, but the only thing is that it's still a bit jerky here. So you go this way. But as you practice this, what happens is, instead of short burst versus. So if you have a device in your back, as you turn your body, then it gives a bigger sound here. That it will look like this. Instead of rather, that's more continuous. That kind of image. So as you repeat this motion. So still the same rhythm by using the legs, but instead of just the here, that image. That's what you need to have as you practice this more and more. Okay, but keep working on this. But right now, swing, he's already hitting far, 300 yards, monster. But the actual swing pattern has changed quite a bit today. So now you're a lot more rhythmic because you let your legs to control the timing. This is really important. Okay, so keep working on this.
Okay.
Right?
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Paul.
Yeah. Finally, the conclusion is he's also a good dancer.
Oh, okay. I need a good instructor.
Do you think it would be good for him to have that an audible of you, the VJ sing?
Yeah.
I think so.
Or he keeps saying that.
I keep saying it.
Vijay Singh, and they have particularly exaggerate, and then it's not Vijay Singh, not broken rhythm, but rather Vijay Singh. It's all
Mental image when he said, "Ooh,
yeah, or
ooh,
continuous.
ooh," because
Actually, a friend of mine is developing something, but giving this it's audio feedback. But so if
That
you
seemed to help him a
yeah,
lot.
if you image swing instead of swing. Yeah, still we have the accent there, but still the motion should be one continuous motion. Okay?
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks
you
for
so
having
much
us.
for everything.